Hello everybody, today we're going to go ahead and do a few trees up, get them slip potted just into different pots. I may do just a slight little styling on a few of these junipers. These are the 4 that I got from Plant City Bonsai. So anyway, we're going to get downstairs in the Bass and Bonsai cave and get a few of these potted up. Wish me luck. Alright guys, we're going to get these guys slip potted up. I'm going to start with this big guy here. He's got probably the biggest outer growth, but you can tell it's not as dense internally as some of these others over here. But on this guy, I'm going to come in and I'm just going to cut off, I don't know if you guys can make those out in there, these real, small, and like, I don't know if you can see this one. It's coming right off of the trunk as it comes up, and it's just a small little guy like that. So I'm going to take those out and then we'll get this slip potting. So hang on. Alright, as you can see, I didn't really, I just cut off a little bit, and now it's time to put it in a pot. So I just stuck a piece of screen down there, and it is pretty much as simple as what it says. Slip potting is just pulling this out, and we're going to put it in there, fill up bonsai soil. So it's pretty much the same process as when you're potting anything, it just less steps involved. So you want to you're going to pull this out. You can see it easily is going to fit in there, no problem. But we're going to want to keep it just out of the, this stuff. If you can just knock it off with your fingers, it's just topsoil. You're not messing with the roots yet. So we'll probably put just a little soil. I kind of want to bring the tree this way, so you can do that. And I'll put some bonsai soil on the bottom, but instead of like putting it in the middle, I'll put it on the back side. And I want to just make sure I got the bottom coated. And so when we go in with this guy, you can play with the angle just a touch. You won't be able to do too much. Put him in like that, and that's pretty much how easy it is. Once you get that in there, then you'll need to come around and make sure you fill in all of the holes that are left and get it worked in. So I'll start by just filling it completely up and then working it down and adding soil as I need to. So just same way as a normal potting. Once you get the bonsai soil in, get it worked in and around every little nook and cranny. So there you have it. That's how easy it is. Just to get, if you still have trees and it's too late, it's not early spring anymore, but you want to get them in a different pot than just these little ones they come in from a nursery, garden center. You get a bigger pot and slip pot it. So I'm going to do these others. I won't go into detail with those, but we'll show you before and afters. I got to get out and get this guy watered, and then I'll get on the other one. All right, one down, 3 to go. I think I'll start with this guy next. Same thing, I'm going to come back. You can see it's real dense. I'm not going to take off a lot, but just a little bit, because I don't want it to set the whole we still have several months before we actually go into the winter dormant season, so I want to do just a little bit to it right now before we get it in one of these pots. Here we go. Alright, I just want to show you, this is the part of bonsai that I love. Getting the first pre-bonsai tree that you're going to shape into your tree how you want it to be. You know, maybe you went and looked at it and you saw something about it that you liked. Like he had tons of these out here, or out there, sorry, at Plant City Bonsai. Now I wasn't there long enough. I would like to look through more and bought a lot more, but I did pick 4 out. And the reason I'm taking time to show you this is I just want to show you what it's hard when you're out there looking, whether it be at Plant City Bonsai, Walmart, Lowe's, Menards, wherever. Now Plant City Bonsais are a little further along. You got different variety, like from this little size up to monsters that he has. So that's why I recommend you get a chance to get to a true bonsai nursery and look through some of their stuff. And there's always deals there too, just like at the big chain stores. You know, it's going to be a little more money, and I wouldn't suggest starting with these. Well, I'd suggest starting with these, not the more expensive ones, but these. I think he sells you can buy a tray of 6 or 9 of them for a certain price. He'll ship them to you or whatever. So, but when you get to it and you're looking, that's where it just takes experience of getting out there and looking to what kind of trees you like. But I'm going to show you on this tree. I'm still not sure how, if I'm just going to wire this branch down or not. But I was kind of looking at this, did a little, cut some of the inner branches out. And then all I did was I took this branch and I pulled it back down like this, and I don't know if you can just see how dramatic a change that made in this tree. If you can see how this trunk, this will be your first branch kind of over here, but then that trunk goes up and turns and twists and comes back over to here. So for me, this is just going to make it already has great movement, won't take a lot of work. Now, I'm not going to do too much to it right now, just slip pot it, but I wanted to show you guys that just a few simple things on some of these trees, and yeah, they're not a finished bonsai, but they just instantly gives them a more of a bonsai tree look than just a little garden bush. I hope it comes out. I can't really tell on the GoPro, but I hope you can see what I'm talking about. Just that, and that's all I've really done other than clean out just a little bit, and it gives the tree an awesome look. I probably will. This backside looks like it's been flat up against something, so I may cut some of this off also. Sometimes you get a little tongue-tied. Alright, let's get her done. And of course, what's one of my videos without a worm? What in the heck is that? Some kind of centipede look? Oh, he's going for my... Uh-oh, get off my big hand. Alright, so I hope you guys can see I added just one piece of wire to that one branch. I hope you guys can make out the difference it's already made to this tree. And I'm not going to do any more because it's... we're just doing the slip potting. I'll wait till next season to maybe do a little more to it, or may just let it grow out for a whole nother year or so and then go with it. But this thing here is a little different than the last one we did. This one's in a taller, skinnier pot. So we're just going to pull it out of that skinny pot, and as you can see, when we set it in here, it's already like right where a height that probably needs to be. Almost needs to squat down just a hair. Sometimes you can get a little, just take a little off the roots. Now we do want just a small layer of actual bonsai soil. That's why I'm doing that, just to get it around the screen. Because if I'd stuck just that right on top, directly on the screen, I stand a chance of, it just plugs up the hole right off the bat. And it's alright if it sticks up a little higher than you really want it to. Now we can do just a little bit with the angle or whatever, but right there I think looks good so far for this tree. So we're just going to get it filled up with soil. You'll want to hold it where you want it. Some people recommend wiring them in. Alright, there he is. That's another one done. Go out and get him watered up and then go on to another one. Alright, I'm also going to show you this tree before I slip pot it. It's kind of got this growth going out to where you could use that maybe. But what I think I'm going to do is going to leave this one here, which is sort of straight, but you could always wire it up and put a twist on it. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into deadwood and bend it back into here. And I may go ahead and wire that and give it just a touch more twist, but I may just do that just for now, because I don't like the idea of this all, how much bigger it makes the tree stand out. So I'll be back. Alright, I got this thing wired up now, and you guys don't want to see that process. I'm pretty nasty about how I do it, but I got this turned to deadwood and I got it wired up, and I wired up the apex up here because it's pretty straight. So I want to put a little movement in it, get this twisted up around in here, and maybe bring this just back a little bit, and then we'll slip pot this guy. It doesn't really have to be a lot, just to take it out as hanging out over here and bring it back up in here. That's probably actually good enough. And then I actually think I just want the apex to bend a little bit more like that, just to give it. It didn't do a lot of movement, but it just brought it up this way more. Now, this tree's got a ton of a way to go. And at some point, this whole lower part here is so low to the ground would maybe more than likely be taken off. Maybe these brought down. You could do a lot of different things, but like for now I just wanted to get that done, bent up while it was still pliable, turn it into deadwood. It still has a lot more, it's easier to move. Then once that stuff's dead, it's not going to really move. It's going to break before you can get it to bend. Alright, so third one. Did some styling a little bit on him before we are doing this, but same thing. Pull it out of there. See all those crazy, it's pretty much root bound, but we're just gonna put it in there, fill it up. Alright, this one's done. Just got to go out and water it. And then to the last and final one. Alright, this is the last one. And I've had a little wire because I thought I was going to like cut that and turn that to deadwood. But I think I'm going to try to leave it for now. And I can always go back and do that later on if I choose to. But you know, we're going to slip pot this guy, and he's going to be in a pot something like that. So it's going to have a little more height added. So I'm going to try to bend this down and get it into some sort of position to where it works with the tree. And I'm still not dead set on a front. I originally liked this front just because of the deadwood that's already there and the, you know, gnarly looking moss and stuff growing here. But I could always, that there's not a bad front for the tree also. So let's see what this, where this ends up going as far as looks wise, and then we'll go from there. And it kind of, this wouldn't really be a great front right at the moment, but it actually works for this front. So I think we're just going to leave it there. Alright, so let's get this guy slip potted up here. And I've got this pot. I wish I'd have bought more of these. I want to say they were like $4 is all. The other ones are only like $1. These were, I think, $3.99, but they just have a more, I don't know, cool look to them. Alright, so we're back. Now all I did was I didn't even use a rake. I just used my pick to scrape the top down. Now I didn't touch the bottom. This is how it came out of that pot. It had already like started washing out a little bit. But we're going to try to leave it like that. Now we're going to have to put some soil on the bottom to build it up to reach that point, since this is a short stubby one. Let's see if that's enough. That may be too much. And I'm just going to kind of force it in the pot. See what we end up, how far down we go. It's almost like it needs to be that back corner. Oh wait a minute, I'm going the wrong way because I'm turning this the wrong way. So the front over here will need to have moved over. Force it down in that pot as far as we can get it to go. And I may have to pull it back out for a second. It won't be able to hold, actually it won't hardly hold any soil. Just a very little bit. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to leave it like that for now. I don't want to do any more messing with it than I've already done. I'll put a thin layer of soil on the top here. We'll call that good. You can see it kind of rounded itself off and fit snug in there, so hopefully hopefully that'll be all right. So we'll put a thin layer of soil around the top. Something like that. I don't know if I even need to work that in. It's nowhere for it to go. So I could try it one time just to see if there's any holes, but I think I'll just knock more out than I'll get any down and in. Get a little bit right there. Yeah, there goes some there. That's probably good. Now we need to go water this thing. And I'm sure some of that will wash off eventually. But I don't know, I still like this side too. This kind of has a cool look. That's a $5 tree, $3.99 pot. It's hardly just a touch of bonsai, so I can't even really count that in the price. So $9. And you've already got just a cool little bonsai looking tree that I guarantee you there's not another one around that looks like that. So bam, let's go water it. All right guys, here they are. Let's take a look at them. I got them out here and got them watered, and it's getting hot out here, so I'm gonna put these guys in the shade. But that was the first one, and there goes the dog. Second one, third one, and the last guy. But that's just slip potting, got them stuck in something. I mean, to me they look a lot better, and these were 99-cent pots. That one's like $3.99, and just took these $5 trees. In my mind, I did a little bit of wiring on this guy. Actually, I'd wired the last three. This guy's just kind of got the broom style already going, so I left it alone. But it didn't take long. Not much money. I've got 4, cool looking show hen size, still kind of pre-stages, but pretty good bonsai trees started here. So anyway, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, help share this channel. Look forward to a lot more bonsai videos, fishing videos when I can get out and get on a good bite. And I'll be putting I'll be coming up with several how-to fishing videos also, and comparison videos. But watch for those also, guys. And like always, thanks for watching.